Hey, everybody, VP here, and it's time for another Prime to snap. I missed one last week, didn't I? I missed it last week. Sorry about that. If any of you guys were waiting on the edge of your seat to to get that live stream, yeah, it just the schedule just didn't work out last week. So, but we're doing it this week, and we have a deck that doesn't even use any of the Spotlight cash cards because I haven't got Aranya yet. I've been waiting, actually. I've been waiting. People have been I'm kind of waiting on the on what the you know, what the verdict is out there in the community, the other YouTubers and stuff, to see you know, to see what the verdict is on this particular card. But for those of you that don't know what it is, let me show it to you really quick. It is Aranya, a 1/1. It is another activate card for us. The third activate card this month, I think. And yeah, it's a 1/1 with the power to activate. Give the next card you play +2 power and move it to the right. So it's kind of an interesting card, and I want to get it. I want to play with it, but I don't have any Spotlight keys at the moment, and I'm 99 levels away from getting my next one. So now I do have enough you know, tokens to get the card from the shop here, but it's 6,000 tokens in the shop. So I've decided that I'm going to wait until towards the end of the week, after I get a few more games under my belt, and then decide if I want to get Aranya or not after that. Because I definitely want to get the next week's card, which is the Crimson Spider. I think it's Crimson Spider, Scarlet Spider. I think it's Scarlet Spider, Scarlet Spider-Man or something like that. But that's the card that I am definitely interested in. This one, I'm interested in it, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But suffice it to say, today I am just playing a deck that doesn't have any of the latest Spotlight cash cards, or even the season pass card in here. So if you came looking for that, sorry, I'm not playing that. But maybe this will give you a look at some. I don't even know how fresh this deck is. It's just something I came up with. But I know a lot of the other, you know, there are a lot of other content creators out there, of course, are showcasing the new cards and everything. So maybe this will give you an alternative to all of that madness. But yeah, this is a little deck that I created called High Stats. Not very original naming, but it's pretty much the cards with in each energy spot with the highest cost power, the highest power cards in those energy slots, except if there was like bad stuff that went along with it. So you're not going to see the, of course, the 1/7 is the best one drop that I have at the moment, the Ebony Maw. But we're not using him because he can be a little restrictive, obviously. He can be a little bit restrictive, although the new card that we're not showcasing does help out with that. But maybe when we get Aranya, we can play around with that. But this is pretty much all the other cards that kind of do that. So we got the Spider Ham here, 1/1. So even though I'm not playing, you know, any of the Spider-Man cards for this season, I do have Spider-Man related cards in my deck. So there, we're sticking to the theme. By golly, we are sticking to the theme. Yes, we have our 1/1 Spider Ham here on Real. Transform the leftmost card in your opponent's hand into a pig, keeping its power and cost. One of my favorite one drops that I have. I also put Martyr in here. Now, Martyr is the exception to my rule. that I just mentioned about having a card that has a negative effect on it. This is a 1/5, of course, which is a super great stat line for a 1-cost card. But at the end of the game, move to a location that loses you the game, if possible. And that sounds scary, but you know, I've been using her more and more in decks, and she never moves anywhere. So, you know, so she never has cost me the game. I've either cost myself the game, or, you know, or my obviously got outplayed by my opponent. But Martyr has never switched sides to lose a game for me, so I got her in this deck simply for the stat line. And of course, like I said, Ebony Maw's 1/7, which is much better, but a little more restrictive on how you can use Ebony Maw. And then we got Psylocke here. It's the only really good cheap energy cheat that I have. I really need to get a hold of what is it? Jean Grey. I gotta get Jean Grey. I think it's Jean Grey. It's one of those cards. It's Hope Summers and Jean Grey. Those are the two cards I really need to get, because one of them lets me every time I play a card to their location. I think it's Hope Summers. Every time I play a card to her location, she'll give me 1 energy. And then the Jean Grey I just want because it forces my opponent to play a card. The first card they play has to be played on her location. So yeah, but so I don't have those yet. Don't have those energy cheats, so we're sticking with the Psylocke. So we'll weave that into our gameplay a little bit. We got Maximus here, 2/6. On reveal, your opponent draws 2 cards. I guess you could say my opponent drawing 2 cards is a pretty good disadvantage as well, but you know what? I can't say no to the 2/6 power, man. Can't say no to the 2/6 power. Then we got the 3/5 wave here. On reveal, all cards cost a maximum of 4 until the end of next turn. Just a way to cheat out some of these bigger cards in this deck. Again, it does let my opponent play out some cards too, but sometimes that can be good because I can kind of figure out what my opponent's got planned. You know, if I have them bring out their big guns right away, I have a little more time to react if I need to. So yeah, we got Wave here, then we got Gladiator, probably one of my favorite, definitely one of my most played 3-cost cards right now. The 3/8 Gladiator. On reveal, add a card from your opponent's deck to their side of this location, and if it has less power, destroy it. Just a good way of getting rid of some good cards for my opponent, but it does have the negative, the downside of that card being able to play. If it's an on reveal ability, it can do whatever it's supposed to do before I kill it, but at least I kill it so the power's not there. And then we got the 4/1 Shuri to cheat out some power in this deck, since we are trying to use a deck that has a lot of high-powered cards for the cost. Good value for the power that we can get. So Shuri is a 4/1, but on reveal, if you play your next card at this location, double its power. So she'll double up the power of any card that I play there. And then we got Crossbones here, 4/10. You can only play this at locations where you are winning. Just another little power bump that we can give right there. And then my 5-cost card is the Aero, 5/10 Aero. On reveal, move the last enemy card played anywhere to this location. Not only does it have pretty good power there, but it can disrupt my opponent a bit. So we'll probably see her in action. She can kind of mess some things up a little bit. We got the Red Skull, the other 5-cost card in my hand, 5/14, or in my deck, I should say. It is a 5/14 ongoing. Enemy cards here have +2 power. So again, that is the problem with some of these higher-powered cards at the energy level. They do have disadvantages to them. I guess at the opening of the showing off this deck, I was saying that I wasn't using the cards with a lot of power that had downsides to them, but I guess a lot of the cards in this deck do have downsides to them, so never mind what I said earlier. But yeah, Red Skull, man, 5/14. You can't beat that stat line at a 5-cost at all. And then ongoing enemy cards here do have +2 power, but we can get that out pretty early, and usually the 14 power is good. Red Skull pairs really well with Shuri, so usually this is a 528 when I play it out. So that +2 power that the my enemy cards get doesn't really do a whole lot for them. And then I got the Taskmaster here as one of my 6-cost cards, 6-0, but on reveal, set this card's power equal to that of the last card you played, if able. So, yeah, if I get that 528 Red Skull out on turn 5, turn 6, I can bring down the Taskmaster, which will be a 28 power as well. And then my other 6-cost card here is Giganto. Not a card you see a whole lot in decks, but we're using it, man. Hopefully it's a bit of a surprise for the people, my opponents that I'm playing against. It is a 614, but you can only play this at the left location, so not a lot of people playing Giganto, so that's kind of our X factor in this deck, the surprise factor, I guess, for this deck, along with the Taskmaster too. A lot of people, I don't think of the Taskmaster either. They forget about that or something. So we'll see it in action. Hopefully we'll do well with this deck. Let me show you the stats of this deck really quick, in case you were wondering what those were all about. You throw them up here, right there. There you go. The high stats deck right there. In the last 7 days, 23 net cubes, a 66.7% win rate on this deck, but I've only played 18 games in the last seven days. So, but 12 wins, 6 losses, not too shabby. Hopefully we can get that. You know, hopefully we can do a similar run in this live stream. So let's jump into it, shall we? Let's jump into high stats. And you know, even though I'm not playing any of the new cards, I'm sure we'll see some of the new cards being played by my opponents. So all right, turn 1, our first location is the Avengers Compound. On turn 5, all cards must be played here. Only card I have to play right now is my Martyr, so we'll go ahead and throw her down right there at the Avengers Compound. See what my opponent does. Rage in all caps, even. Rage in all caps. It's like big rage, man. He's not messing around. They're not messing around, man. Rage. What are they raging against? They're raging against Snap, raging against the machine, raging against just life in general. Let's see. So far, they're not doing anything raging yet. Just like I am not going to be able to do a turn 2 play here because I have no turn 2 card in my hand, so we'll go ahead and end our turn there. They do play down a collector down to this mysterious 3rd location, which is going to be the vault. On turn 6, cards can't be played here. So we got a collector gamer here. A collector deck, I guess. We're going to be looking for some beasts, some falcons, all those sorts of things. Discarding of hands. I think we'll be okay with this deck, but we'll see. The only card I have to play this turn is my Maximus, so let's go ahead and play that down. Yeah, we'll play Maximus down here. He'll face off against the collector there at the vault. My opponent plays another card down at the vault. Bishop coming up for my opponent. That's going to give their next card they play a +1 power. All right, we got some choices now. We can play Crossbones or Shuri. I think we'll play Shuri to set up our Red Skull play next turn. That seems like a good idea to me. Yeah. We'll play her down here to the Avengers Compound since we have to play all our cards next turn down there anyway. So, yeah, we'll play Shuri there, followed by the Red Skull next turn. And a Taskmaster's in hand for the turn after that. That's a pretty good play line, if I do say so myself. We should be okay here. I expect some MODOK action probably or something coming out of this. Although it doesn't look like it. Kitty Pride. Okay. Okay. Not too shabby. We are currently winning the Avengers Compound 6-0. Dream Dimension is completely up to grabs for anyone 0-0. And the Vault is being controlled by my opponent. 13-6, but they do have all the spots filled up there. Doesn't matter though, because we have to play down to the Avengers compound, and my plan completely went out the window because I forgot about the Dream Dimension here. On turn 5, cards cost 1 more. I was hoping to play the Red Skull down here, but he's now 6 cost, which is unfortunate. But we can play our Crossbones down here. Not quite as good as Red Skull, but it'll be a 20 power. There's Cosmo happening. That's not going to affect my Crossbones any, so that's good. Okay, we have lost the vault. We are currently in the lead at the Avengers compound. And yeah, I think we just play our Taskmaster down here to the Dream Dimension. Taskmaster will get 20 power since that's the last card I played. Should be pretty good here, I think. Should be pretty good. Okay, Devil Dinosaur coming down for my opponent. Not going to be enough for them there. And Maria Hill will pump up their collector, but we're not challenging that location anyways, and we take the victory. Oh yeah, high stats. Strikes their first win. Oh yeah, gotta like it. Gotta like it. Collect our rewards here. Update our streaming tracker. This stream starting off strong, man. 1-0. 1 win, 0 losses. And the total for my live stream so far is 105 wins and 81 losses. So not too shabby. Let's go ahead and update that tracker for you guys. All right. Good to go. Jump into another game here. See what we can do. What do you guys think of the new cards so far? Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of those new cards. Have you had a chance to play with Aranya yet? I think she's going to be a pretty fun card to play with. I think she's going to be pretty fun. I just gotta get my hands on her. All right, turn 1. Nothing for us to play right now. So we'll go ahead and end our turn here. By the way, what do you guys like to do with your deck building as far as costs go? I seem to, when I make my decks, I seem to have not enough 1-cost cards usually, which I don't think is always a bad thing, but I don't know. What do you think the best mix of cards in your deck is? I tend to fall back to these the pairs of cards. So I got the 2 1-cost cards. I got 2 2-cost cards, 2 of each cost card basically, and that seems to give me a pretty good curve in my hands usually. Of course, you always have the bad times when you always have the bad times when you get all your high cost cards in the opening hand instead of your low cost cards there. Sorry, I was trying to think what my next move was going to be while trying to get those words out, and my tired brain was not having it. All right, turn 3. What do we got? Gladiator coming down here. By the way, first location, Aunt May's. The next card you play here gains +3 power and moves. That's where I played my Maximus. And again, if you're new to my stream, I like to describe, you might be saying, VP, why are you describing everything? I can watch exactly what you're doing. Well, I like to kind of do that for the, in case you don't have a chance to watch the video, you'll be able to listen to it as a live stream. So you might hear me broadcast it in that way, even though you guys can see what's going on. For all those listening to a podcast version of this, they will not know. So. All right, Gladiator taking out a Dr. Doom. That's another one of those. That's a classic example of pulling out the big dogs from my opponent's deck and taking them out right away, so we know what we're dealing with. So, a couple Doom bots coming down to the 2nd and 3rd locations. We are still leading though, so that's good. Turn 4. We have our Shuri. We have our Red Skull. We don't have any silly cards, any locations that are going to screw up the cost of cards. So let's go ahead and play our Shuri down here and try to do what we were going to do in the last game. All right, Shuri coming down for me at Mirror Island. My opponent plays down a Bucky Barnes. Bucky coming down as well as a Carnage. We are playing a Destroy deck here.
Enough said, bub.
Does destroy their Doombot, so that's unfortunate. It did come out with more power there since the Wolverine popped right back to Xandar, the second location. So my opponent is winning the second location 21-10 right now. We are leading the first location at Maze 8-4, and my opponent is in charge of Mirror Island 13-2 right now, but that's about to change because we're throwing our Red Skull down here to the Shuri lane. That'll make my Red Skull a 5-28. Oh, an Iron Man coming down for my opponent and Aunt May's, so I think we'll give up any sort of pursuit of Aunt May's. You know, anytime Iron Man comes down in a location, it's pretty much, I find it just better to just give it up. Just give it up. Because Iron Man, of course, doubles the power at that location, and you know, by that point your opponent can just kind of keep powering up. So unless you have a way to counter Iron Man in some way, but we do not. But we do have a Taskmaster in hand, and Taskmaster is going to copy my 29 power Red Skull, so I will have 29 power Taskmaster here. I'm going to go ahead and snap 2. Why not? Maybe we can scare our opponent away. They are currently winning, though. They're probably feeling pretty good about it. Shang-Chi could mess up my day. A couple other cards that could do that as well. There's our Taskmaster coming down. All right, they play a Bishop down to Aunt May's and a Venom down to Xandar. Where's the Wolverine going? Wolverine's going back to Xandar, man. Wolverine just loves Xandar. My opponent's Wolverine there loves Xandar, but it's not enough. We take the victory, guys.
Victory.
4 cubes in the bag. 2 wins in our pocket. All right, starting off good, man. Starting off good. We did go undefeated in the last live stream, not to jinx anything, so we're still undefeated. So that's good, man. That's good. And it's not even the beginning of the season, man. I'm getting closer to where I usually am on the ladder now. What am I? I'm in Vibranium right now, so a couple more steps up the ladder and I'll be where I usually find myself. Haven't hit infinite yet. Still waiting to hit that threshold. It's coming, though. It's coming. Every season we get a little closer. Every season we get a little bit closer, so it's going to be coming. All right, let's jump into another game here. High stats in action. On fire currently. 2 wins, no losses. 106 wins, 81 losses total for live stream. Not too shabby. All right. Nidavellir is our first location. Cards here have +5 power. Once again, I do not have a turn 1 play, but that's okay. Neither does my opponent. All right. Sinister London is the second location. After you play a card here, add a copy to another location. Well, we can double up our Psylocke there. Why not? Psylocke, of course, giving me +1 energy next turn, so that means I'll have +2 energy, so we'll be sitting at 5 energy, which will let me play my Aero in my hand right now. White Widow coming down in Sinister London for my opponent. That's a bit unfortunate for us. Got some Widow's Kisses clogging up our side of the board now, so. Altar of Death, the third location. Not a good location for us. After you play a card here, destroy it to get +2 energy next turn. Definitely don't want to be destroying any of my cards if I can help it. Yeah, they snapped. You know what? I'll snap too. Why not? We'll snap you back. We'll snap you back. Let's get our Aero out here, and I'll play Aero down 2 locations. Why not? Hopefully it'll go to the Altar of Death. Uh-oh, they played a Negasonic. Well, there goes the first Aero, but at least we'll get another Aero out of it. Negasonic Teenage Warhead from my opponent is going to move. Wait, what just happened? Oh, the Aero moved the Negasonic. Interesting. I have an interesting board state here. My opponent has 2 Negasonics out now, so that means I can't play any cards directly down to those locations, or they're going to go boom. And we don't want them to go boom. What do we want to do here? It's turn 4. Well, even if Shuri goes boom, I think her effect will still work. So we can play Shuri down to one of these Negasonic Warhead locations. And maybe play the Crossbones? Yeah, let's do that. So we'll play Shuri down to Nidavellir, get blown up by the Negasonic Warhead there. But her effect should still be active this next turn. 2 Wongs coming down from my opponent. That's probably bad news for us. That is probably bad news for us. Oh, good. We got a Red Skull instead, so we can play Red Skull down here to Nidavellir. That is 28 power there. Shuri from Beyond the Grave gonna be boosting him up. Boom. There's the 28 power from that. Rhea Hill now coming down from my opponent at the Wong location. And my opponent retreated.
Victory.
Man, I thought they were cooking something up with those 2 Wongs there. They had a pretty good board state, but I guess the 33 power Red Skull was just too much for him, man. Too much. They had to run away. That's fine. We'll take the win. Take the cubes and go on our merry way. All right, that brings us to 3-0 this stream. 109 and 81 total for live streams. Feeling good, looking good. How about you guys? How you guys doing? How you guys feeling out there? Let me know in the comments below, man. What's on your minds? What's on your minds out there? All right, let's jump into another game here. See if we can keep this winning streak streaking. We're going streaking. Woo! Streaking in Marvel Snap. All right, White Palace is the first location here. Copy the highest cost card in your opponent's hand. I got an Ultron from my opponent. Possibly problematic. They got a Shuri. Interesting. And they snapped me. Do we want to snap them? Do we want to snap them back? You know what? We're on a win streak. Why not? Even though I don't have a turn 1 play again. You know, sometimes you just get caught up in the snapping, man. The Marvel snapping. All right, Washington, D.C., the second location. Cards here with no abilities have +3 power. Let's get our Psylocke down, I guess, since that's the only card we can play. We'll play her down to the White Palace. My opponent also plays the White Palace. They play a Sentinel down, okay. And are currently leading White Palace 3-2. Shadowland, the final location. Add a ninja to each side with a -2 power. Silly little ninjas. Silly little ninjas just jumping around the Shadowland. Well, we got our Shuri play early here. Which means next turn... I really don't have anything next turn. So maybe we hold off on the Shuri this turn. And we'll just play our Gladiator down here. Yeah, I'll play Gladiator down to the White Palace. My opponent plays a Patriot down there. That's helping out their ninja. And they play a Shayna down there, filling their side of the board with 1-cost cards. But we did take out the Shayna with our Gladiator, so that's good. Okay, now I think we should play Shuri down. Let's see. I guess we'll play Shuri down here to Washington, D.C. And yeah, next turn we're going to play into the Red Skull. We're just going to do Red Skull Taskmaster again. Or we might play Ultron. You do know my opponent has an Ultron in their hand, so that's probably what they're going to play. And let's see, their Ultron bots are going to be +4, +7 here in Washington, D.C. That is crazy. That means there's going to be 21 power there, but we're going to have 28. I think we can live through a I think we can live through an Ultron here. Yeah, if we play our Red Skull down here, I think we can play through the Ultron. Ultron's 8. So they're going to either play here, giving them 15, or 16 over here. Either way, I think we're okay with the Taskmaster after this Red Skull. Devil Dinosaur complicates things a bit. So now when the Ultron comes down, they are going to be... So they got 38 power total at Washington, D.C. And I kind of have to split my... power or play the Ultron myself here. Maybe Ultron. Maybe I play Ultron myself here. Is that going to be enough? Let's see there. 2 power. So that means they're going to be 5 power here. So that's... I'll have 39. They'll have... their Ultron bots are 2 plus... Their Ultron bots are bigger. This might be a loss here. I don't know any other way to really pull this off. Unless we play down... So give me 6 here, which is not enough. I think we've lost this, but let's go ahead and play here. Yep, there's the Ultron coming down. Yeah, we only got 1 location. I don't know if there was any other way around that. Their bots are huge. Look, 10 power bots in Washington, D.C. Crazy, man. Again, it's that Ultron Patriot combo there. 2 cards that can really do a lot for you in a deck, so something to keep in mind. I've used that combo myself. I should probably use it more. But anyways, that's our first loss of the stream. That is okay. We're going to move on. Yeah, I'll upgrade my Shuri here. We got to try to get that... Trying to get those spotlight keys. Doing well, VP. Math is hard. Math is very hard, especially in the morning when I just came home from work and I'm tired, so math is doubly hard. All right. And we got our Shuri upgraded there. Let me upgrade, let me update our win-loss tracker here for you guys. Update that, update this. Alrighty. Good to go. Alright, there we go. 3-1 this stream. 109 wins and 82 losses total for live streams. That's right. That's my total for all these Prime to Snap live streams that I've done. So, not too shabby. Alright, let's jump into another game here. I say not too shabby a lot. New drinking game. Every time VP says not too shabby, take a drink. What can I say? I like old words. I like old-timey words. I don't even know if not too shabby is really an old-timey word, but who knows? Who knows? Moving on. Moving on into what hopefully will be a victory here. Although I'm waiting for my opponent here, so who knows? There we go. Turn 1. New York is the first location. On turn 6, you can move cards to this location. No turn 1 play. Haven't had a whole lot of luck with our turn 1 plays this live stream. That's okay. We got Psylocke waiting in our hand for turn 2. My opponent is also... excuse me. My opponent is thinking very hard about their next move. They must have millions of one-cost cards in their hand, and they just can't figure out which one they want to... Oh, they figured out which one to play. They're playing Misty Knight. Misty Knight? Why would you play that? It's not even highly evoluted. It's just a regular old Misty Knight. Might have a bot on our hands here. People might have a bot. We're going to go ahead and play our Psylocke down here. That's going to give us 4 energy next turn, so we'll be able to get our Shuri out a little early. Opponent snapping. Misty Knight and Shocker. Well, they have a Patriot as their avatar there, their little player avatar. So, sure they're playing Patriot here, but so they probably have an Ultron in their hand as well. We'll play our Shuri down here. There's the Cyclops. Okay. It's a high evolutionary deck, but without the high evolutionary. And I gotta tell you, I am grateful for that. I got nothing to play here turn 4. Is that gonna affect the Shuri? Does Shuri's affect... Oh no, only if you play your next card. Okay, so... Whatever my next card gets played to Shuri. Yeah, debris coming down to clog up my lanes a bit. Okay. Clog away, I guess. We got a Red Skull coming down here. That's going to win us the Pet Mansion. I don't see... Oh, I shouldn't say I don't see any way they can win that, but... And then we got our Taskmaster in hand, the classic closer for this deck for me. Red Skull coming down. They got a Khazar coming down, boosting their one-cost cards. And, yeah, man. Now becomes the mind games of, do we move to New York or do we not move to New York? A funny thing is they can't move anything to New York, but I could. Or I can just play to New York, which is what I'm going to do since they can't play anything there anyways. Taskmaster should be able to carry New York. And we have a Martyr, too. Do we put the Martyr down just for good luck? In case they have some sort of trick up their sleeve? Sure, why not? Come out with the Blue Marvel. I don't think Blue Marvel is going to be enough to stop the Taskmaster. Red Skull, 28 power at New York, 28 power at Pet Mansion. We take the victory. Sorry, sir. Not today. All right. Yep. There is Martyr. Martyr came down again. Still didn't mess me up. Anybody had Martyr mess them up? I'm kind of curious now. Will Martyr really mess you up? I'm sure there's ways that it happens. I just haven't seen them. I mean, and it's just a good stat line to have. You know, 1-5 is pretty amazing. All right, there we go. 4-1 this stream. 110 and 82 total for live streams. Let's jump into another game. On a roll, guys. On a roll. We did bust up our winning streak. That's okay. That is okay.
This just in.
Daily Bugle is the first location. Get a copy of a card in your opponent's hand. We got a Swarm. So this is some sort of discard deck that I am playing against. Let's see. Do we play Martyr down or Spider-Ham? Well, let's play Spider-Ham down here. Maybe we can take out one of those cards from their little discard combo. We take out the Swarm, which is a pretty big card to take out for them. So, I almost said not too shabby. I'm trying not to say not too shabby, but I almost said not too shabby. Now I've said it 2 or 3, 4 times. So if you're playing the drinking game, drink up. What do we got? Turn 2. Maximus. I think we play Maximus here. Or do we get an early Shuri? Wow, that's early Shuri. Okay, that's too hard to say. We're going to play Maximus down because early Shirley is too hard to say. Maximus coming down for us, the Collector. Coming down, so another... Okay, so it's kind of a discard deck, but it's a Collector deck, I guess, that I am playing against. Monster Island is our third location. Add a 10 power monster here for each player. So we have that out there now. And Thunderbolt's Tower was our second location. After turn 5, give all cards here -2 power. Not a big fan of Thunderbolt's Tower, to be honest with you. Turn 3. Well, let's go ahead. Let's play our wave out here to see what else. See what big guns we can pull out of my opponent's hand here. Lady Sif taking out a Shuri. I wonder if that's what they got from me. Yeah, I think they got that Shuri from me. Alright, our Taskmaster now in hand, so that's pretty cool. I don't have my Red Skull, though. But we got 2 more turns for it to come into hand. I think we play the Shuri here. Yeah, we'll play Shuri down here to Monster Island. Hell Cow coming down from my opponent. They didn't have any cards to discard, I guess. Okay. I'm gonna head snap here. I think we kind of threw a wrench in their whole deck there when we took the Swarm, but who knows? They could come back and surprise me here. They snap back, so they're feeling pretty confident. I guess we'll Shuri up the Crossbones here. Actually, let me do this. These. Well, that's kind of unfortunate. We'll have to do it, though. I can't play my Martyr down because then my Taskmaster will copy the Martyr, which we don't want. We want it to copy the 20 power Crossbones over here. Killmonger coming down. That just takes out my pig, so not too concerned about that. Taking out my Spider-Ham. Apocalypse, yeah, getting pretty big there, but it's not going to be bigger than my Crossbones, tell you that right now. Yeah, and then we just play our Taskmaster down, which will copy the Crossbones. I think we play Taskmaster down here to the middle location, because if they play their onslaught or their Apocalypse down here, I think we'll have enough power. And if they play to the Daily Bugle, well, we've already given up the Daily Bugle, so I think we're in pretty good shape. Yep, the Apocalypse does come down Thunderbolt's Tower, but I have enough power to beat him there. Yeah!
Victory!
Take another victory. Take another 8 cubes. Thank you. Thank you for helping me out there, Stillborn. Thank you, Stillborn, for helping me out. All right, Psylocke getting a little upgrade there, getting some shiny logo action.
Shiny logo.
Yeah, a little shiny logo happening there. All right, collect our rewards on this very loud screen. At least it's loud for me. All right, hey, we even completed a mission. How about that? How about that? Speaking of missions, Alliance missions. How are we doing on Alliance bounties? Well, I am not even playing a deck that can clear these bounties. But you know what? If you're still looking for an Alliance, how about joining the TPS, the Prime Sanctum? That's right, the Prime Sanctum. That is my Alliance here. It's just me and my mobile account. It's very lonely here. So if you're still looking for an Alliance or want to jump from the Alliance that you're in, we'll take you here at the TPS Prime Sanctum. Especially if you're interested in doing a lot of discard decks or destroy decks, because I seem to get tons of those bounties, and I don't really play a whole lot of. I actually don't really play a whole lot of discard, move, or destroy. So if you're looking for an Alliance, TPS the Prime Sanctum's looking for members. So go ahead and apply, and we'll get you added right away. I don't know why I talk in the plural. We'll get you added right away. I'll get you added right away. Hey, that's a pretty cool Miles Morales variant there. Oh, that's from the season pass, of course. So no wonder. That's pretty cool, though. Not too shabby. All right, where are we looking at here on time? Oh, not too bad. Not too bad here. Got a little bit longer. Let me update our tracker here. 5-1 this stream, and 111 and 82 total for live streams. So we're chugging right along, guys. We are chugging right along. Thanks for stopping by and supporting me as I make this climb up the Marvel Snap ladder. We're gonna make infinite. We're gonna get there sooner or later. Probably later. But we're gonna get there. That's the important part, man. That is the important part. Right now, we're gonna jump into another game. See if we can get ourselves another win with the high stats deck that we have here. Waiting on my opponent. Our internet's been kind of iffy around here lately, so hopefully we're gonna have that resolved here soon. We had to call them, and they upgraded the modem, and then the modem hasn't. They upgraded the modem, but they never delivered a new modem to us, and yeah, it's yep, my opponent retreated. At least I hope they retreated and then I didn't get disconnected. I don't think I'm disconnected, so all right, well, that's a free win. You know, I don't know if I should count it or not, but I'm going to. 6 wins, 101 losses. I probably shouldn't count that one, honestly. I probably shouldn't count it. You know, I'm not going to count it. That was barely a win. That was barely a win. All right. Let's drop back here. All right. Yeah, 111 and where are we at? 82. That's what we want. Okay. Let's try again, guys. Let's try again. See if we can get an opponent that sticks around. They saw my name. They're like, oh, man, Venom's Prime. I can't play Venom's Prime. He's in the TPS. He's in the Prime Sanctum. I can't join that, man. I can't go up against that. Him and his high stats deck that he's using. My opponent snapped. Well, this guy is feeling pretty confident. We'll go ahead and snap him back. Co-annual 89. They really like nowhere, I guess. They are really emoting on that nowhere, so yeah, my on-reveal effects are kind of a bummer for us. But, wow, I don't even have a turn 2 play this turn, so that's unfortunate. My opponent does play down to nowhere. Morbius, huh? Aw, snap. I think I have disconnected, guys. Are you able to hear me? I think our internet is down. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see here. It says we're still live, but I think my internet's down if you guys can still hear me. So we'll pause and see what can happen. So let me go ahead and I used to have a be right back thing. Is this it? Let me just start pushing buttons. That's always helpful. Let's see. Boom. Nope, not that one. Let's see here. Not sure if we're back. I think we're back. Maybe, briefly. Had to rejoin this game. My opponent's gotten ahead of me quite a bit. Turn 5 now, guys. Turn 5. Let's go ahead and play our Shuri down. Okay, we'll do that. Technical difficulties, man. Technical difficulties. Gotta love it, man. Guys, turn. All right. Let's see here. We got our Shuri down. It's the final turn. But I'm gonna have to split my power here somehow. So let's see. Let's go ahead and play a wave down and another gladiator down here. And hope that's enough to pull off the win here, guys. We'll see. We will see. If we stay connected, that is. If we stay connected. And we're waiting. And we're waiting. There it goes. Shang-Chi coming down for my opponent. Not great. Excuse me. It's like burping into the microphone. Open. There's a lot of discarding happening on my opponent's side of the game. My wave does come down, but I don't think it's going to be enough this turn. My Gladiator pulls down an invisible one, but destroys that. And, yeah, not going to be enough, man. Not going to be enough. I think we might have missed a turn or something in there during the, during the internet crash that we had. So that is unfortunate. But, yeah, that's a loss for us. So we'll go ahead and take that. Let me update our tracker over here. All right, there's that and that. So we are 5-2 this stream, guys, and 111 and 83 total for live streams. Still looking good for total for live streams, so that's still good here. And all right, let's see. Let's see what we got. I think we got one more game in us here, guys. Let's see if we can end this high stats deck with a win and no internet disconnections. I'm surprised the stream stayed up, to be honest there. Surprised our streams stayed up during that, but just a little blip. Just a little blip. Hey, we got a turn 1 play. How about that, guys? We got a turn 1 play. It is Martyr. I'm going to go ahead and throw Martyr down here to the mysterious second location. The first location, by the way, is Onslaught Citadel. Ongoing effects here are doubled. Does that help us at all? Yes, it does, because that means the Red Skull is even bigger. So we could end this with the biggest Red Skull you've ever seen. Well, I don't know about that, but he's going to be pretty big. He's going to be pretty big. I don't think I want to play the Psylocke just yet. Because, maybe we will. We'll play the Psylocke down just to get that extra energy. I don't think I'll play the Shuri, though, until the next turn. We're just hoping to find our Taskmaster again to have our completed combo for this deck. Madam Web coming down for my opponent. I did get to play with Madam Web a little bit. She's kind of fun. I had some fun with her. Made a few decks with her that we played with. Maybe I'll feature them in a future live stream if you like to see it. Hey! Hey, what's up, Dave? Had a few technical difficulties here, but I think we're pretty close to being done now with those. Turn 4 or turn 3. I have 4 energy here on turn 3. We got I think we could play our Crossbones down. You know what? No, let's bring out their big guns. Let's go ahead and use Wave to bring out their big guns, and then we'll Spider Ham whatever card they have in their hand. Yeah, I think that'll work. Boom. Hey, I think we got the symbiote Spider-Man there. Green Goblin does come down for my opponent, though. They're in Olympia, so we now have a -3 Green Goblins over here in Olympia. But we have our Shuri play now, which is what we want. Let's go ahead and play Shuri down here. If that doesn't scare my opponent, I don't know what will, and I'm going to snap 2 just to scare them more. We got our Shuri down here. Next, we'll play our Red Skull, and hopefully our Taskmaster will come into hand. Otherwise, we have other options we can use. A Hobgoblin now coming down from my opponent as well, giving me -8 to Limbo, our 3rd location. Still not too concerned because we got the Red Skull coming down here. Red Skull is going to be 56 power, which means he'll probably get Shang-Chi'd. Let's be honest. Shang-Chi's probably going to come down for my opponent and ruin my big old Red Skull here, so that'll make me very sad, but let's give it a try anyways. My opponent decides what they're going to do. They only have 1 card down on their side of the board, by the way. They've just been sending negative stuff over to me, so definitely some kind of clogging deck that they're using. Cyberclaw. Come on, Cyberclaw. Did you pull out all the negatives that you had already? I don't have any negatives to play. I don't know what I want to do now. Oh, they come down with 4 cards. That's pretty impressive. Aranya, okay. Ghost Spider. Silk and a Spider Ham of their own taking down my Giganto. Actually kind of helps the Giganto because now I can play the pig. The 614 pig to any lane there. Giganto only lets you play to the left lane, so. Do not have our Taskmaster, so that's unfortunate. They got something they're cooking up here. Ghost Spider. The last card you played moves here. What do they got cooking up here? After any card is played here, this moves to another location. Not exactly sure. There's something. They're cooking up something on the other side of the board there, but we're just gonna stay the course and see what we can do here. Let's throw the pig down here to Olympia. That'll give us 20 power there. That forces their Silk to move to Limbo. Spider-Man, okay, that makes sense now. Yep, Spider-Man will take out a card. Get the Green Goblin. Oh, they got the Psylocke. That's okay though too. I'm cool with that. I'm glad the pig wasn't up when Spider-Man came over. Hey, there's our Taskmaster. What was the last card I played? A 14 power pig? I think a Taskmaster at 14 power will suit us quite well. And yeah, we're just gonna double up here at the Olympia, man. I think we got this, man. Did we snap already? We did snap, so. All right, Cyberclaw, what's your big finish? What is your big finish? Is it gonna be enough to fight off the ginormous pigs? The Taskmastered pig? See, man. We'll see. A little more movement happening on my opponent's side of the board. 2 cards coming down for them. One of them is a Miles Morales Spider-Man. Okay. And, yeah, they took the victory there with those moves over to the Onslaught Citadel. Yeah, they got some big power. Got some big power out of there. Yeah, I'll give you a fist bump there, Cyberclaw. Good game. Good game. Yep, they just had a lot of power here. Spider. Oops. I did not mean to disconnect from the game there, but I guess it was over. Anyways. My opponent probably is like, he rage quit. Yeah, I was trying to see what the what those stats were, but I guess that works. I guess that's it for us, man. Let me go ahead and update the final update of the stream here. We went 5 wins, 3 losses this stream. Hey, got more wins than losses. Gotta love that. I'll take that all day. And then total for live streams, 111 wins to 84 losses. So not too shabby. We're doing pretty good, guys. We are doing pretty good. There's the update for you right there. All right, and that is going to be it for me, guys. Hey, thanks for stopping by. And, yeah, let me know how Marvel Snap's been going for you, man. Let me know how Marvel Snap's been going for you. Usually I try to do some snip snaps using this same deck. I don't know if I'll have time to do that this week. As you can tell, I am a little late getting this live stream out this week, but it's kind of how it goes, man. Kind of how it goes. We just kind of got to play it by ear, get them out when I can, when the house is empty enough that I don't bother anybody with my loud voice. But yeah, maybe we'll try to do another live stream a little bit later this week to fill out the channel a bit rather than the those snip snaps that we normally do. But anyways, guys, that is it for me. This has been VP. I am signing off. We'll see you later, and hey, keep on gaming.